Hey, what's up guys? Captain Zach here. Well, I am down and tight on a black cod, so I figured this is as good a time as any to do a quick intro. It is mid-May right now, and it's just an absolutely perfect day. So no wind, the sun is out, which is a huge change of pace from what we have been having. It has been a really rough start to the season, so it's been uncharacteristically cold, and both the fishing and crabbing have been a bit slow. So we're hoping that that turns around. I'm out here for, like I said, some black cod. I'm deep dropping for the sablefish, but also looking to put together possibly a mixed bag. A little bit of crabbing on each direction of the black cod fishing. And I do have the squid jigs on board in case that presents an opportunity as well. So I've got a few hours to just be out here and see what's gonna cooperate. But like I said, I think I'm pretty down and tight on the black cod right now. So hopefully we're a few minutes away from landing the first fish of the day. Okay, it's first thing in the morning. I'm getting ready to pull 3 pots. So these have been soaking a couple of days with some pretty good bait. I'm probably gonna pull them and actually move them. So I'm gonna move them to a different location just to do some prospecting elsewhere. But let's see if we can find a bonus crab first thing in the morning. Oh, one female, she's heading back. Yeah, check out all those eggs. Okay, there's 3 dungies. 2 look like they're small, but 1 might be a male. That's a female, we'll send her back. There's also a female, really dark coloration there. Send her back. Okay, this one's a male. Let's see if he measures. Oh, nice, check it out. That is a keeper crab, so that's a great way to start the day. That's a bonus. I haven't even really started because I'm gonna move them to what I think is a better spot, but always good to get a bonus crab to start the day. Oh, this is really cool. It's a really low tide right now, and there's 2 bald eagles just hanging out, a pair of them right on the beach. Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well show you the Mendenhall Glacier. So this is Juneau's most famous glacier, but the sun just came out. So the sun's sort of shining right on top of it, and it just looks really awesome. Well, nothing in that one, but you know what? That's totally okay, because this was just opportunistic. I was just picking up the pots, and since I've got 1 dungie in the box already, that means I'm gonna be having a fresh crab dinner tonight. That's a great way to start the morning. Okay, I've got my 2 chicken slayer rig ready to rock and roll. So I've got 3 pounds of lead here. Both of those chicken slayers are loaded up with some herring, some squid, and some salmon scraps. So a total buffet here for the black cod. Hopefully we connect on the first drop. Oh, that was definitely a bite. No, I don't think he's on there. I gotta get it back down. Oh well, that was a sign of life. That's a good thing. Nice. Oh, fish on. Down and tight. Definitely a fish on, 100%. Oh, look at that pool. Oh, now we just cross our fingers and hope. Hope he stays on there. That is shaking hard. Slow and steady is going to win this race. This will probably take like 15 or 20 minutes to reel in. I'm using my kicker to try to keep the boat steady right over top of that fish. I don't need to create any extra drag by having it scope out. Okay, there's still a nice thump. Definitely still on there. 1,200 feet down there still. Yeah, I dropped this down to about 1,800 or 2,000 feet, which means it's just gonna take a long time to get up to the top. Yeah, there's some big tides right now, so we've got a lot of water moving. I'm gonna be coming up against a high tide a few hours from now, which means we're at a mid tide, which means that's the most amount of water that's moving. So the boat's spinning a little bit as that current rips, but that is okay. So far, so good. Looks like we still got the fish on. About halfway up at this point. Okay, we're at 600 feet. We're getting these slow rollers. I don't even see any boats around, but some kind of a big ship, maybe like the ferry or a cruise ship or something. But that's creating pulses as my reel's trying to do the work there. I don't like pulses. Slow and steady is what this is all about. Yeah, the more steady, even tension you have, the better off you are. If it's jerking up and down, it gives that hook a chance to get dislodged. Okay, there's 300 feet. We're starting to get to game time here. More waves at the worst possible time. There's 150 feet. Come on, stay on there. Okay, there's 90 feet. 50 feet. Nice! Black cod in the boat. Hey, check that out. Just an awesome black cod. What a quality fish with the 1 ounce Fire Eye Glow jig, the chicken slayer right in the corner of the mouth. Great fight and an awesome fish. Okay, I've got it baited all back up, ready for another deep drop. Oh, that's just a fantastic start. So 1 drop, 1 black cod, and it was a really good hook set, so that fish wasn't going anywhere. Luckily, it held on all the way up from 2,000 feet deep. Let's see if we can put a little pattern together here. It'd be awesome if we could start stacking those. Yeah, I just reset my drift, so as I was rebaiting, I used my kicker to move back to where I started so that I can follow a similar line and hopefully have similar success. I mean, I got a bite right off the bat and missed it on the last drop, and then shortly thereafter hooked up with that fish, so there must be some activity along this line. Okay, fish on. And I didn't think I had him on there, and then I paused it, And I did see a little bit of vibration. It's not pumping as hard as the last one. But now I'm pot committed, so in 20 more minutes, I guess we'll find out if that was the right call. It does look like there's just a little extra weight on there. I guess time will tell. Yeah, we're about 30 minutes before that high tide turn. So it would be ideal if I can get this up and then hopefully back down right around that tide turn. You hate to be not fishing during that premium time. But if you're not going to be fishing, I guess it's a good excuse why if you're reeling one up. Okay, there's 900 feet. I'm less confident in this one. That first fish was like really thumping most of the way up. And now it doesn't seem like there's many thumps. It does seem like the rod is still a little more loaded than usual, so fingers crossed. Okay, there's 600 feet. No change really. No more thumps, but still seems like it is a bit loaded, so just fingers crossed there's a sleepy black cod on there. That's happened before where you reel up for a bait check and then you end up having a cod on there, a black cod, a sablefish, so it can happen. Okay, we're getting to game time. There's 300 feet. Man, just like clockwork, here come a bunch of waves. I swear, I just attract them. Whenever I have a fish 100 or 200 feet away, the waves always arrive. Should have color soon. No fish. Just a bit of a tangle. Darn. Oh well, nothing doing on that one, so I just rebaited and I'll drop it back down. See if we can catch the tide here. That high tide's supposed to turn in about 15 minutes, so it'll take me 10 to get down, and then hopefully we'll find a little high tide magic. Okay, finally on the bottom. Okay, fish on. There was a fish on. Oh man. Playing with me. Oh, that's a killer. So I definitely had a flurry of bites there right around the tide turn. Unfortunately, I didn't stick any of them. And now I'm debating whether to do a bait check or not. There's a real time cost to getting all the way up and all the way down. So I think I might leave it for another, call it 10-15 minutes or so, and then I'll haul it up. And more nibbles and can't seem to stick them. Okay, that looks like a fish on. Yep, 100%. Definitely a fish on, at least for now. Some good thumps. Oh, nice. Check that out. Some really good thumps. Okay, some good shakes there. Right at 900 feet. Oh, really, really good shakes. Although I don't want it to be shaken. Ooh, just took drag. Every time it thrashes like that, there's a chance it'll pop off there. Well, as of 900 feet, there's guaranteed a fish on there. Let's hope this one stays on. I've caught some other fish deep dropping as well besides black cod. I've caught halibut, no monsters, but smaller halibut. And then I've caught some big rockfish. I caught a huge short raker rockfish last year. I mean, that thing was just a total monster. That's piquing my curiosity. Black cod don't typically pull and take drag, but maybe it was just the right angle or something. A wave going one way and it pulled the other. Okay, there's 600 feet. Okay, there's 300 feet. Almost game time, and we've still got a pretty decent bend. You can tell that rod is still loaded more than usual. So hopefully nothing too goofy happens between now and 300 feet. Okay, there's 150 feet. Huge head shake. "20 feet. Heavy thumpage right now. Should have color any second. There's color. It's a black cod. Nice! Yes! Oh, awesome fish. Just a smooth operation. It came right up to the net, scooped it first try. It was thrashing all around. So even as I came up, that last like 20 or 30 feet, I kept feeling thump, 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 thump. And when it's thumping, you never know when that jig's gonna pop out. So awesome outcome. That's a great black cod. Well, just like clockwork, check it out. Some high tide magic. I dropped that down. I was getting bite after bite. Right as the tide was turning, I missed a couple, but finally redeemed myself. A stuck one, and check it out. There's that 1 ounce fire eye glow jig right in the corner of the mouth. That fish wasn't going anywhere. Oh, well, that's awesome. Now 2 black cod in the box. I was starting to get a little nervous there. I kept missing bite after bite. I was getting nibbled and nibbled. I'd set the hook and then it would seem like it'd be on, and then like 10 seconds in, no thumping. So I just put it back down and finally connected, and that one stuck. That came all the way to the net. Yeah, we've got really big tides right now, which means the high tide is very high and the low tide is very low. And then as it's shifting between, you've got a lot more water moving. And so there's the most amount of water moving at a mid tide. So you can imagine at a mid tide, think about that really heavy current. It's moving a lot of like shrimp and crab and bait fish, which is really favorable, but it can be tough to back troll over that sometimes because it's tough to go slow enough. If you just imagine like your bait on the bottom, if you're going too fast, it's just going to be like racing right by fish, and it's not going to give them an opportunity to ambush your bait. But at the low tide and the high tide, so I was coming up against that flood tide, the high tide, that's when the water slackens. So imagine that water slackening now, the fish don't have to fight the current, and then all that like shrimp and crab and bait fish have been stirred up. It can trigger a real feeding frenzy, and that's absolutely played out here. The second the high tide turned, you could see I was getting nibble after nibble after nibble. Those fish were kind of in a feeding frenzy, and luckily I was able to put one of those in the boat. Nice. Looks like a fish. Some definite head thumpage there. Okay. I was just thinking about wrapping up the black coding and switching over to my Dungeness crab pots. And this will be a perfect transition. Yeah, I got that one keeper dungie this morning, which is awesome. So that guarantees a crab dinner. But I moved those pots, so just testing out some new areas. So hopefully I can find some additional dungies to go with that one keeper. And then I actually dropped a king crab pot down deep. So golden king crab are open right now. Those are typically super deep. They can be pretty elusive as well. So if I catch any red king crab, I have to throw those back, but golden king crab, I'm allowed 3 a day if I can find them. So I did drop my my king crab pot down deep this morning. So I'll probably pull that. It's been a short soak, but can't win if you don't play. So I'll pull that up and see if there's any action in there. But first things first, let's see if we can put another black cod in the box. Okay, 1,200 feet and I still see a few thumps. That's a good sign. Okay, there's 900 feet, slowly but surely. Okay, some definite thumps there, about 700 feet. This boat just threw a huge wake. I'm talking a monster wake. This isn't good. I'm gonna get the reel out of the holder so I can pad the wave that's about to hit us. I need to try to keep it as steady as I can. Here we go. Man, there's like no wind today, and now I'm getting 3 or 4 footers at me. Okay, hopefully crisis averted. Coming up on 300 feet, so it's game time. Hopefully that fish is still on there. I know it was on there a few hundred feet ago. Let's see if we can seal the deal. This would be a sweet way to end the black cod fishing session. Okay, under 100, there's 90 feet. There's 50 feet. 30. Should have color soon. Oh, heavy pools. There's color. Nice. Awesome way to end the black cod session. Another beautiful fish in the net. Oh, well, how about that? Another really nice black cod. And I'm gonna start to sound like a broken record now, but check out what's right in the corner of his mouth. The chicken slayer, the 1 ounce fire eye glow jig. Okay, I just arrived in my dungie pot, so I'm getting ready to check them. They've been soaking for about 4 hours or so with some pretty good bait. I had some like salmon scraps and then also just miscellaneous bait scraps as well, like herring, squid, that type of thing. Man, not a single crab. I'm gonna pick this up and move it down a little bit. Just another, like a micro adjustment. There's a couple dungies. That's a female. Send her back. That is also a female. We'll send that one back. Yeah, I'm gonna move both of these at least a couple 100 yards, maybe even more like a 1/4 mile, just to give it a different look. Okay, well, not much luck on the Dungeness, so I'm gonna pull my king crab pot up now. So again, if I get any red king crab, those have to go back. I am able to keep a golden king crab though. I can keep 3 of those, so fingers crossed. It's only been, you know, 4 or 5 hours soak, so my hopes aren't too high, but you never know. So I'll give it a pull and see what we got. There's a big red king crab, but I can't keep those. I can only keep goldens. Check it out. It's a gigantic red king crab. Unfortunately, I can't keep these this time of year, so this one's gonna head back. Oh, what an awesome crab. We'll send him back. Well, no more keeper crabs, but you know what? That's totally okay. Alaska really delivered today. It was just an awesome day. You know, barely any wind. The sun was shining most of the day. The Dungeness cooperated right off the bat. So, you know, the first pot or second pot I pulled had a keeper Dungeness in it, so that was pretty awesome. So that means there's gonna be a crab dinner. And then the black cod cooperated. So those sablefish, I was able to stack 3, which is a really respectable number. And I know I left a few swimming out there as well. So I had some other nibbles and I lost one as it was coming up. So that was still some pretty awesome action. And those sablefish are just so wonderful to eat, just rich, oily. They're some of the best eating fish out there, no doubt. And then a couple of throwback Dungeness at the end of the day. And of course that red king crab. So I was targeting golden king crab. Those are the only ones you can keep. I knew there was a chance of a bycatch of a red king crab, and of course that's what happened. But that was just a monster red king crab, and just what a miraculous animal. Like, those are really cool creatures. So anytime you get to encounter one of those, that's a neat day. So all in all, just another really cool day here fishing and crabbing near Juneau, Alaska. Thanks so much everyone for tuning in, and tight lines for now.